online business strategist, speaker, author, and today I'm teaching you 2 tips to connect better online with your audience. Now, one bonus tip is you can see I'm kind of sort of squinting at you. I didn't want to have sunglasses on while I made this video, but it's such a beautiful day that I couldn't help but take it outside. So make sure that you are looking into the camera. You don't have anything on your eyes like sunglasses. I mean glasses if you need them to see. Yes, try not to do videos with a hat or anything that's going to obscure their vision and being able to connect with you. Now, businesses that evolved over time in this time are the ones that are still here. And they're the people that have been able to go online. But a huge worry and concern that I hear is especially speakers, oh, no, it's not possible to connect online the same way you connect in person. I can't do business to the same capacity and have the same impact online that I have when I'm in a room. That is a lie that will keep you stuck. And the only way to get unstuck is to move, is to do, is to speak. And I want you to connect with every single person that is tuning in. And when we get to go back and be in a room, I want you to connect to every single person that's in that room. So there are 2 things that you need to do. Number 1, we need to teach, not preach. Now, the teaching part for most entrepreneurs, business owners, you're like, I got this. I got this. You can go in a room and do a workshop. You can go on a podcast. You can put up a video. You know your stuff. You know your steps. But the problem is we forget how to give people tangible actions and break it down from the beginning. For example, if we're trying to teach people that we want to reduce their stress, preachy would be make sure you meditate, exercise, dance it out, do something that makes you feel good. That's kind of preachy because we're telling them what to do. And meanwhile, while we're saying dance it out, eat chocolate, have sex, go running, play the piano, play an instrument, color, craft, meditate, they're going, how? How? I'm so busy. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so overworked. You can say, I want you to meditate because I know that is shown to decrease stress. Here's what you should do. Hook it on to something that you already do. Let's say you wake up in the morning and as you press the coffee button and it's brewing, that 5-10 minutes is when that's your cue to get in that meditation. You're probably standing there anyway, or you're going to go and you're going to jump into your email. And that's the worst thing you can do because the email is an inbox of wants and wishes and needs that people have to you. So hook it on to when you're making your morning coffee. Do that for a week and assess, how's your day going? How do you feel? So something like that is teaching instead of preaching. Once we start preaching to people, the ears turn off. Now, the second thing, which is harder for my favorite, is talk, don't squawk at people. So a squawk, if you know what that is, it's a loud, annoying sound that a person, an animal, a bird, a chicken, a rooster, that something makes. And you've been told before about the power in your personal story. So when I say that I want you connecting to every single person in the room or connecting to anybody in that screen that's listening, you have to tell a story. Story is what moves people emotionally. because pain is universal. When I tell a story of getting my heart crushed, you can remember a time when your heart was crushed. When I tell a story of making a bad business decision and losing money, you can remember a time where you either had no money, your parents had no money, you felt that pain and that disappointment and that worry and that kicking yourself in the pants and the shoulda, coulda, woulda and the shame, right? Pain. We've all felt pain, which is why a story is so important. But if we tell it from a victim kind of standpoint, then you're squawking at people. If some of you may have heard the story that I share about growing up in the household that I grew up in with the mom that I grew up with. And instead of squawking at you and saying, my mom has mental health, my mom criticized me, she told me I was fat, she told me I was this, she told me I was that, I tell the facts of how we were at the Thanksgiving table. I was about to eat a piece of pumpkin pie with my fiance, now my husband, and my mom stands up in front of the entire family, points her finger at me and says, Lisa Marie, don't you dare put another piece of food in your mouth. You're going to be too fat to fit into any wedding dresses. You make your own inference of, or conclusion or ideas of what happened in that situation. I'm not telling you my mom is mean, my mom is this, my mom is that. Because as soon as you tell someone again how to feel, they automatically almost want to feel the opposite. Or they automatically shut you out. So it's so important that you talk and tell the facts versus squawk and try to prove. That's what happened the very first time I ever tried to tell my story. And I'll post it here in the comments so that you can see what I'm talking about. The first time that I ever told my story, my mentor said to me, Lisa, you don't have anything to prove. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Let the story do the work. So there's an eloquence and an art to storytelling. But anytime you're not resolved, anytime you're still in it and you got to work through it, it's not the right story to tell yet. It might be an incredibly impactful story, but if you're squawking and you're in that victimhood and you want to prove something to someone, you got some work to do. You're not ready to tell it yet. Okay, we talked about talking instead of squawking by using your story because we've all had pain. And we talked about teaching instead of preaching. Give them the actionable how-to. Those are the things that I want you to think about today. You can apply this to any business. So go back, audit your content, audit the videos you're putting out, audit the blog posts, audit the emails. Go back and see, am I teaching or am I preaching? Am I talking or am I squawking? All right, guys, if you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to go, lisa@lisapezic.com. Shoot me an email. Tell me you watched this video. Post below. PM me. Doesn't matter. Get in contact with me. And I'm happy to help you and walk you through this. I've invested, it's kind of pukable when I think about hundreds of thousands of dollars to be able to know what I know and do what I do. And if I can shorten that for you and flip it around so you get a better result, it's worth getting on a strategy call with me. All right, guys, have a fabulous week. Happy Monday. Lisa@lisapezic.com. Bye for now.